If you grew up with an alcoholic parent, there's part of you that's probably still waiting for the next explosion to happen, even when everything around you feels calm. You might call it anxiety, hypervigilance, or just feeling like you're on edge all the time. But what is actually happening is that your nervous system learned that the survival response is your normal. I'm Corey. I'm a trauma-informed mind-body practitioner, and I work with adult children of alcoholics to help them come out of survival and finally find safety. In this video, I'm going to talk about what your nervous system learned growing up in that environment and how your body reacted to it. And most importantly, how to start teaching it that you are finally safe. When you grow up with an alcoholic parent, you don't learn safety. You learn unpredictability. You learn that love can disappear in an instant. The peace never lasts, and your love and your needs come second, always, to the other person's chaos in your household. And without even realizing it, your body is becoming your teacher or like your mentor. It starts to study and analyze every sigh, every sound, every shift in the atmosphere in the room, trying to predict and figure out when it needs to protect you next. And this constant readiness to fight, flight, or flee is your nervous system actually doing a really, really good job. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. It kept you safe and secure in the times in your childhood when you couldn't leave, when you didn't have control over the people or what happened in your household. I've always felt like I've been really good at reading people. Like, this has really actually stood to me in my corporate job. I could walk into any room or any meeting and sit there for a few minutes and be quiet and just observe the people, observe the energy, and I would be able to read those people like an open book. It nearly feels like, because the sense is so strong and so heightened, nearly that you have this like extra sense that other people don't have. And even though, like this, I will call it a skill because it has really stood to me throughout life. Like, I can call someone out on bullshit 10 miles away. But even though it's a skill that I have developed and one that has brought a lot of positive into my life, it is actually my body scanning that environment for danger because that's what it's used to doing. And when I'd be in meetings, especially with like men and men of very authoritative figures, when I would hear maybe like a tone change in their voice, or when things in the meeting, as they do sometimes, would escalate, I would automatically get tense straight away. And this would be happening like in my body before I could even realize what was happening. And I started to figure out that our nervous system learns some lessons over this long period of time of when we are growing up in the home with an alcoholic parent. And the three main ones are: safety is conditional. So I learned that for me to feel safe and secure and balanced in my home, well, that all depended on someone else's mood. So my body wired itself to believe that, well, if my parent is okay, then I'm okay. But if they're not okay, I'm not okay. And this is why now, as an adult, I feel responsible, especially the people in my family and like my partner and stuff. I feel responsible to make sure everyone is calm, everyone is happy, everyone is fed. And this is really evident when, say, for example, we all go away together. And instead of me being able to like be present in the moment and enjoy the trip, I'm constantly thinking, I wonder if they're happy. I wonder if they're okay. I wonder if they're comfortable. Do they need to eat? Do they need to drink? These are all grown adults. They're not babies. But this is because deep down, like my body and my nervous system, even though I'm now 33 years of age, like my body and nervous system, it equates peace with control. It equates that if everyone else is okay around me, then I'm going to be okay. The second lesson your nervous system learns is that hypervigilance equals love. So again, growing up in that environment, your nervous system learned that love and care equals to watching someone very closely. So you're like this like living radar. You're watching, you're listening, you're anticipating. You're trying to prevent bad, shitty things happening before they do happen. And so after spending all that time in your childhood, like this live radar scanning and watching closely and constantly being on edge and anticipating and waiting for the shit show to explode, now as an adult, this shows up as people pleasing, anxiety, overthinking every move, everything you say, everything someone else says. And it's not a flaw. Like so many people, they look at like their people pleasing or their anxiety or their overwhelm and their need, this desperate need that they have to constantly overthink everything and think, oh, I'm just one of those people. I'm broken. I have a flaw. But you don't have a flaw. It's your body trying to protect you from what you had to go through in childhood. And I just want to pause here because when we understand this, it makes so much sense. When you grew up, for however many years that you had an alcoholic parent, when you were a child, teenager, 20s, whatever, when you grew up behaving and having to act in a certain way for you to feel safe, just because you become an adult and start moving out of that environment and have adult relationships and adult experiences, doesn't mean you automatically forget everything that you've had to endure and do and act in a certain way to keep yourself safe and comfortable. You don't just forget that. Your body doesn't just forget it. So I think we really need to cut ourselves some slack that when we start to understand the deeper why, again, why am I behaving this way as an adult? You kind of start to have a little bit more compassion and empathy and a little bit more clarity on, I actually can change this because it's not who I am. And the third lesson is that calm equals the unknown and scary. This is a massive one. For many children of alcoholics, calm does not feel comfortable. When there's no chaos, when there's no unpredictability, when there's no drama, your body and your mind don't know what to do. So it creates drama, it creates tension, it creates chaos to allow you to be in the familiar. Like this was something that I really became aware of as I started my own healing journey, was that when I did, like we all have, moments of calm in my life, I created drama unintentionally, unconsciously, until I could look back. Hindsight is a great thing. But in that moment, it was unconscious. I didn't know I was doing it, but I was doing it because the calm, the peace felt so uncomfortable to me and my body. This is just because our nervous system associates calm with danger. It associates calm with the quiet before the storm, with the, oh, good things don't last too long around here, something is about to go down. But the good news is, and I am a prime example of this, and so are all of my clients, our nervous system is constantly learning. We're constantly evolving. This is the most amazing part about being human, that we can change. So what your nervous system, your body, your mind, you learned through chaos, you can actually start unlearning through now finding safety and calm in your life. And to help you find that safety and calm in your life, it does take consistency, it does take time, and it does take a hell of a lot of self-compassion, like I mentioned. But I want to give you 3 methods that you can start implementing today to help you start unlearning everything that you had to learn growing up. So the first one is become more body aware than mind aware. We spend, I know as children of alcoholics, a lot of time in our heads, ruminating, overthinking, overanalyzing, anxious, overwhelmed, on edge, feeling stuck. I get it. It's constant. It's like a constant churn of never ending negative self-talk, negative self-belief. Believe me, I've been there. But it's time to start taking a little bit of that awareness out of up here and bringing it into the body, helping you to connect back to the body. So instead of trying to think your way out of anxiety, for example, I want you to start noticing, where is that showing up in your body? How is the anxiety showing up in your body? Ask yourself, what is my body trying to protect me from? Instead of saying, oh, I'm anxious all the time, I'm just such an anxious person. No, get curious. You have anxiety for a reason. You are not anxiety. Your body is experiencing anxiety. So ask it, what are you trying to protect me from? Because this shift from judgment and self-judgment to compassion, this is what allows your body to calm. This is what allows your mind to calm. This is what will allow you to gradually feel safe. The next one is teach calm in small doses. Don't expect you to go from someone who's up here at 90 miles an hour to next day being like a calm Zen Buddha. It's not going to happen. Your body actually needs to learn and trust that calm is good and calm is safe. Take a couple of small moments where you go step outside and take a couple of deep breaths. You put your hand on your chest, close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths and repeat, I am safe. Letting your body experience safety in tiny little doses is going to help it start to believe it more than if you overwhelm yourself with all of this new change and expectation that, oh, if I do one yoga session or one meditation or one breath work, my nervous system is going to regulate. Unfortunately, that is not realistic. Unfortunately, your nervous system spent a very long time dysregulated, so it needs quite a long time to become regulated, to become balanced, to help that survival response calm down. And the third one, I've actually talked about this quite a bit throughout this video, but change your inner dialogue. Change your dialogue from, why am I like this? What's wrong with me? I'm such a bad person. I'm broken. To, yeah, that actually makes a hell of a lot of sense that I'm like this. This kind of self-talk really helps to rewire your nervous system because it's replacing that self-shame. Like, as children of alcoholics, we feel enough shame as it is. We don't need to shame ourselves. It replaces that shame that we're feeling with a more deeper understanding, empathy, and compassion towards ourselves. And that is what we deserve. So if these 3 steps resonate with you and you've realized, okay, it's actually time for me to start retraining my nervous system, I have got an unbelievable offer for you. This is exactly what I teach in my Heal Your Past self-paced program. And I'm sure, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really struggling to breathe because I'm going on maternity leave very, very soon. And as an offer and a promo for me going on maternity leave, this course, which is usually $300, I have reduced it down to $47. And this course is designed for children of alcoholics who are ready to feel safe in their body and break free from the survival responses and patterns that have been holding you back. So if you want to start today with proven tools that have helped dozens and dozens of children of alcoholics, I'll leave the link in the description below so you can find out more. Okay, so I want you to know and remember, your nervous system and you are not broken. It's actually doing exactly what it's been designed to do. It adapted to your chaotic and unpredictable environment, and it kept you safe and comfortable throughout that time. So your job now is not to fight it and go against it. It's to support it, to love it, to teach it, to show it slowly over time that calm and peace are safe, to show it over time that danger and chaos and unpredictability and drama don't have to be your normal. And if you're ready to keep healing your nervous system, please like, subscribe, and share my channel so we can continue on this journey together of healing from the pain of having an alcoholic parent.